The sound coming through the headphones though.
Mm-hmm. No, someone just said even you're live. Sorry guys, one sec. Just working out some technical difficulties.
Oh, they can hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
But the music is not working.
Oh, the music, okay.
So that means that... It may have, but not from this.
Everyone's confused. We're having some technical difficulties, people. Bear with us for a few moments while we work out the kinks. Brent is diligently exploring all options.
That's right.
Maybe this is it. Okay, so let's do this again.
Yo, beautiful people. It's Wednesday, the 1st of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture. As defined by the culture, of course. And we are hosted by the best. Please, everyone, introduce yourselves.
They call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, and of course the melanin is jam-packed.
It's boy Big Man Use. As it's only us two today, I'll do the full intro today.
All right.
The Oracle, the voice of reason.
That's right.
Mr. Rotations, Big Man Use. It's my turn today. It's my turn today. Monday, it was Gina and E-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, Margs and E-Man. Wednesday, Use and E-Man. What's up this week? Is it?
I don't know, man. I
What's
just hope tomorrow it's not just Brent and E-Man.
It's like one-on-one sessions this week. This is crazy. But how's everyone doing? My first time leading the show today. Gonna give you guys some energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. How's everyone doing? Brent, how you doing?
Transfer deadline day.
Yeah. Are we getting into that now?
Yeah, man.
Are we waiting?
Let's do it.
Get to
man.
now?
Yeah, man.
I thought you'd never ask. Listen, all right. Obviously, you know what it is. Yeah, we didn't get our main targets. Yeah, we didn't get our main targets, but I felt like, even with that being said, I feel like we came out of it, you know, in good stead, in good keep, right?
100%.
Let's backtrack a bit. So, Mudrich, we know the story of Mudrich. We need to go into that again. Cool. Trossard, we've seen what he can do. We've seen what he can do in it. So for me, even though we didn't get our main target, a young prospect with a high ceiling, we got someone who is prem ready, good age, experience, competent, light on his feet, can move the ball, can shoot, can pass, giving me Cazorla vibes. So I'm happy with Trossard.
Good.
All right. Kavoyak, what's his name? The defender guy.
Kivio.
Excuse my language,
That's
my
all right.
Polish friend. Don't know much about him, so I'm not going to pretend.
Yeah.
But listen, I trust Mikel Arteta in it. So, and I do believe that he's a versatile player. He can play left centre back and DM. So we've got some cover there, you know what I mean? Now on to the events of the last couple of days. Obviously, we were chasing a young fella called Moises Caicedo.
I see that.
Isn't that right? Putting the first bid rejected, second bid rejected. I personally feel like they should just slap the money down. I feel like 80 mil would have got it done.
Really?
But Arsenal, they have their their budget that they don't like to exceed. They don't like to get fleeced.
Yeah.
They don't want to get, whatever.
Yeah.
Held to ransom.
Yeah. I disagree though. I disagree that they weren't willing to pay whatever Brighton told them.
Okay.
They said they're not selling. That was their final.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Brighton said we're not selling.
100% not selling whatsoever.
So even if Arsenal said 100 million.
This is it. I believe that they were ready to basically do whatever it is that they needed to get that guy in. But they said, I am not selling.
You think so?
Yes.
They would have kept him for 100 mil.
Nah.
Sorry?
The reports were.
Kept who?
They would have kept him. As in they wouldn't have sold him.
Yeah. Again, they didn't test the last bid because they said, doesn't matter what money you send, we're not accepting the money.
Oh.
We're keeping him.
I thought that they were asking for
no, they
80 to 90.
That's no.
Speculation.
People were speculating, that'll get it done.
Yeah.
That'll get it done. But Brighton said, under no circumstances are we selling him.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so I was hearing other rumours about other, targets. Onana from Everton, but apparently, Everton didn't want to sell. Who else was I hearing about? I even heard about our old friend William Carvalho. Remember William Carvalho?
People were doing a whole set of let's go back to the history's path. No.
But in the end, we got a player that we've been linked with for the past couple of years. I know Arteta likes him, and I've known this for a while, so I wasn't surprised. And we got old Jorginho from Chelsea. I believe that's Arsenal's first ever Italian player, by the way.
Can we just Google it?
I think. I've been an Arsenal fan for a long time. I don't remember no Italians coming through them doors, right? And you know what it is? When you're chasing a 21-year-old, who is super talented and is signing for the future, and then your second choice or the person you end up with is a 31-year-old, it can feel a bit underwhelming, right? It can feel a bit underwhelming, and I can admit when I first heard the links, I thought this is typical Arsenal, man, not getting the job done, and then going for, essentially a panic buy or just something to fill in the gap in it. But when I really deep it, right? One, I trust Arteta now more so than I ever have, right? That's one. Two, I know he likes Jorginho a lot. Yeah. Three, Jorginho is experienced. Right, he's 31 years old. He is a winner. Remember, he came second in Ballon d'Or. He won FIFA Player of the Year, Champions League, Europa League, all of that, right? He's a winner, right? Experience, he knows the Prem. Been playing in the Prem for years, all right? And he's not coming in to, take anyone's position. He's on the bench. He's a squad player, right? So, you know what I mean? And also, unlike Willian, unlike Willian, we didn't give him a 3-year deal. We gave him a nice 18-month contract, 10 mil, 2 mil add-ons. I guess in the add-ons is if you win the Prem. So we win the Prem and we give Chelsea 2 million. Fuck off. So I'm cool with it. I'm not over the moon. I'm not jumping up for joy. But I'm cool with it. I reckon he could do a job. And remember, this isn't Willian coming into a struggling Arsenal team. You know what I'm trying to say? This is Jorginho coming into a strong Arsenal team.
This is good cover for Partey.
Yeah.
Good cover for Partey. As opposed to, Sammy? Which he has now gone to Crystal Palace.
Yes. So, I'm cool with it. I do think we're a bit short, though, because, obviously, we'll talk about what else happened. So, Lokonga, after having a bit of a weird game against, who was it against?
Last team he played just before. It was Man City, no?
Man City, yes. Yeah. When he was just daydreaming for Ake's goal, right? Walked off the pitch without clapping the fans and that. He's gone on loan to Palace. I like that, for him.
That'd be good for him.
I like that for him.
100%.
For some reason, this is just the optics of him playing under Vieira, playing with all those young black boys.
Yeah, come back stronger.
He feels like he'll do well there. I feel like he'll flourish there.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for him. But I feel like we've been left short a bit though, because we've got and then he's injured for the season, basically. He's gone. So that leaves us with Jorginho, Partey, and Xhaka. Hopefully, Smith Rowe comes back strong. So I'm guessing Smith Rowe, Vieira, obviously Zinchenko can fill in. So even though
this is it,
even though we're short, we're not really short because we got players who can play multiple positions. So I think we're good. And I'm intrigued to see what Arteta does with Mr. Jorginho. To be fair, I think it's good. I think it's good.
I think considering,
Chelsea.
Arturo Lupolo.
Who's that?
Lupolo. He played one game for the first team.
When, in 93? Who's that guy?
2005 to 2007.
I ain't got the foggiest who that is. All right, cool. All right. There needs to be a study, a dissertation into what Chelsea have done. Also, this transfer window felt like summer. This didn't feel like no January transfer window. Am I lying?
Because of the splashing.
Fam, you know how much money was spent in the Premier League?
Just imagine what Chelsea
It's almost
do in summer, though.
800 million. No, Chelsea having to clear up. You don't think they're having to clear up?
100%.
Fam, they've got too many players. They're stockpiling players. They signed about 8 players in January transfer window. Can you imagine? They just signed Enzo Fernandez last night.
But they've got around the FFP rules, innit? By spreading out the.
No, they gave him an 8.5 year contract. That's insane. But you know what it is? I don't like Chelsea right now. I'm not, and it's not even me hating. Yeah,
it's because of Modric.
No, it's not because of Modric. One, I don't believe in Graham Potter. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like he can handle all those players. I don't think he can handle all their personalities.
I don't even think that he's behind all of this, to be honest.
No, I don't think he is. I think it's Todd, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not giving Graham credit, but I just feel like he's not the man to manage all these talented, big players.
Yeah,
like, this is a massive squad to manage, you know? Like, he's got a whole heap of new players. Now he has to sort out all the old lot.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in the summer? You've got Sterling still there.
Yeah.
Pulisic still there.
Yeah.
Ziyech was supposed to leave yesterday, but the deal got... apparently it was self-sabotage. Yeah. They sent through documentation wrong 3 different times.
Okay.
Yeah. They still got Ziyech there. They still got Havertz there. They still got Aubameyang there. Kante, Kovacic, Reece James.
Mount's still there.
Loftus-Cheek, Mount. These are just the old players I'm mentioning. I'm not mentioning any new players. These are all the old players. What's going on? The team is mad.
I think they're going for like a Galacticos type of thing. Like a Real Madrid type of...
But these players are not Galacticos though.
No, 100%. But I'm interested to see how it is he gets in and looks to make them work, because he needs time with them.
Yeah.
I do believe he's a good coach, but he's never been a coach who's been looking after all these big names, big personalities.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting thing to basically.
Yeah, I feel like he's in over his head. But I could be wrong. I could be judging him based on his...
He could take this challenge on with aplomb.
Yeah, I think I'm judging him based on his demeanour, his aura.
He kind of looks like Gareth.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but I just feel like outside of the football side of things, in terms of managing personalities,
he's not
being a leader, being someone who's going to put people in check and put in their place. He just he reminds you of just a regular guy, man. Who else done something? Man United. Ericsson got injured, so they signed. I'm not going to lie. What's his name again?
Something. Yeah.
Sabitzer, right? He's a baller.
I haven't watched the YouTube videos, but I heard he's very good.
I know of him, but I can't pretend like I watch Bundesliga because I don't. But he's got a shot on him.
Okay.
There's a lot of his goal compilations going around yesterday, and he scored some screamers.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some screamers still. Marquinhos has gone to Norwich.
Yeah.
I really like Marquinhos,
which is good.
I like him a lot.
He needs some time.
Yeah, he's gone Championship, so hopefully he flourishes there. Cedric's gone to Fulham on loan.
Good for him.
Good for him as well. And what else happened with Arsenal? That's about it, innit?
Okay.
Yeah. What else happened around the Prem? Forest got Baldy from Newcastle. What's his name? What's his name from Newcastle, man?
Newcastle.
No,
I don't know.
You know his name? What's the guy from Newcastle? The bold one, man. Oh, John Joe, Shelby. Yeah, they got Shelby.
Well, the one who looks like a racist.
Yeah, he's a proper. He's not a skinhead, but he's a skinhead.
Yeah.
Like he's bold as hell. Yeah. And
Anthony Gordon, I think, went to Newcastle from Everton.
Yes, from Everton, 40 million. That was.
I think it was an exciting window.
It was exciting, and it felt long as well.
It did,
because this January was long. This January had 6 weeks, kind of technically.
Yeah.
Right. It was exciting.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
if you look at the calendar, if you look at the calendar, it's the first day was Saturday.
But it's the same.
That's the first line. Then you've got 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No, it's 5. Then you got this week was Monday, Tuesday. So if you look at the calendar, there's 6 different lines or 5 different lines. But yeah, I'm excited, man. 19 games to go.
I'm excited for the summer for Arsenal, though.
Apparently, we're going to go in for Caicedo and Rice.
I'm excited for the summer for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because we still want to replace that Modric signing.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
still want to replace or get in replacement for Xhaka and a proper long-term replacement for Partey.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the summer. And that right back from not right back.
Oh yeah, even
right back and that guy that Zubi Mida.
Zubimendi from Real.
Yeah, but then if it is that we
Sociedad,
get him, we're not going to be getting Rice and
Yeah, I don't think.
this. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not believing the rumors that we're gonna go in for Rice and Casado. I'm just gonna see what happens. To be fair, I feel
Because
like
that's a lot, right?
I feel like I've fed into. If you think about it, we fed into all the rumors. I'm not saying the rumors weren't true because we did go in for Modric and Felix and Casado, but we didn't get any of them. Like we didn't get any of our top targets. Would you say that was
I feel it.
inept on Arsenal's part? Do you feel like we're showing that? Because the narrative is Edu can't get big deals done.
Okay, the only one I felt they should have pushed the boat out for was Modric.
Yeah.
Right? And I think they learned the lesson from that and they said, we're not going to do the same thing with Caicedo. So that's why it is that they were looking to make a more concerted effort to get him.
Yeah.
But you've really flipping missed the boat there. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And I swear I'm going to basically rue watching Chelsea and Modric basically turn into one of the best players in Premier League.
He's gonna cook. Yeah. Out of the three, I feel like I'm not really annoyed about João Felix because I felt like the money that Atletico were asking for a loan was ridiculous. So you can fuck off with that. Modric, I'm annoyed about because I wanted him.
That's an Arsenal player.
He wanted to come to Arsenal. He made it publicly known that he wanted to come to Arsenal. He didn't, and I'm more annoyed because the discrepancy in regards to the fees wasn't that much. So Arsenal could have, if they really wanted to.
Apparently, it was his salary. They paid double the salary.
Yeah.
So that's a bit different. I don't think we would have cared about the transfer fees because it's five.
Yeah. But apparently, it was Arsenal's add-on clauses were unrealistic and Chelsea's were realistic. I think they had a Ballon d'Or clause in there, all types of rubbish. So I may not about Modric, but getting Trossard softens the blow a bit.
Yeah.
And then the Casado thing, I'm annoyed again because he basically said, I want to leave. Like
he did what he did, he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I think he ruined it.
Badly advised.
He pissed off Brighton by doing that.
Badly advised.
I think if he didn't do that, it would have went a bit
smoother.
Because remember, Arsenal got a good relationship with Brighton.
Yeah.
We got Ben White, we got Trossard, so we've got connections there, innit? I feel like people saying, his advisors. Remember, he switched agents. His advisors. Man was like, I'm one of 10 kids. Like man was doing sob story on Instagram. This ain't the way to do it, man. Like so, I think he ruined it for himself, and his advisor ruined it for us. So I'm annoyed about that, and I can't say, Jorginho is in my eyes, a sufficient understudy for him or replacement. But again, Jorginho's short term.
Yeah, he's better than Samuel Lokonga.
Yeah, I feel for Lokonga though, because he isn't a DM.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not a DM.
Yeah.
But
You should be playing in the Xhaka role.
But even so, not being a DM, you still have defensive responsibilities. And you see that goal that he scored. You see, I know what he was doing. I think he was looking at someone was coming in the box. He was jockeying them, but still, go to the man.
Yeah, he needs to wake up.
Wake up, bro.
Yeah, he needs to wake up.
And then he's sulking. But you know what it is? People say, that clip of Eddie and him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
In the
on
the
Amazon, all or nothing. People saying that clip has given the public a negative perception of him. Like he seemed like he's sulking, he's crying that he's not playing, and he's like, well, get your head out the clouds, man. Fucking fix up, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, Fierro will have the time for him, but not have the time for him.
Yeah,
I don't think Arteta will accept anything other than do exactly what it is I say. So it'll be good for him to come up under that particular tutelage.
Yeah,
and have all those black players around him.
Yeah,
and they're a very good team.
Yeah, they're what are they now? 10th or 11th in the league. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the rest of the season. 19 games to go.
Bro, we're still on top,
We're out. Yeah, we're out of FA Cup. I wasn't here for FA Cup talk, but we're out of the FA Cup. So
Margs wasn't here either.
I wasn't here either.
Yeah.
Out of the FA Cup. Yeah. But I can say this though. Obviously, Man City, they fielded their basically their first team squad there. That was the first team. We had 6 changes. Yeah. And even with 6 changes, we put up a good fight, right? Yeah. That match showed me that the gap between Arsenal and Man City has closed. Yeah. I'm not saying that we're better than them because they're still better than us. Yeah. They've got a much better squad than us, right? Yeah. But the gap's closed. Yeah. The gap's closed.
Remember when Margs was basically saying that the gap between Man United and Arsenal is closing?
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you telling me that? Man United. It's different for us to say that because we've been down bad for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
I feel like United will come good eventually. I'm not. Man United are better than I give them credit for because I fucking hate them. But Man United are a decent team, and I reckon next season they'll be a lot better.
Yeah, Ten Hag has done very well.
Yeah, so I'll give United their flowers. But
Who get them to tick?
you reckon we should go all out for Europa?
This is why I like Jorginho.
Yeah, you can come in and do a job.
100%.
Yeah, come and do a job.
And
So.
yeah, I do think that we should look to win because we're a winning team now.
Yeah.
We need to be in that spirit of just collecting trophies, like Pokemon cards.
What if, I was thinking about this the other day, what if we end trophyless? Would that be, like...
It would be a sting because, like I said, I'm there now.
Yeah,
That's what I believe.
Yeah, as in we finished second.
Yeah.
So we still qualify for Champions League.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, which is good, which is what we wanted.
We've
but
been
we don't-
overachieving so far.
Yeah, but we knocked out the Carabao, knocked out the FA Cup.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
lost
we don't win the Europa League.
Yeah. I'll feel away, obviously.
I'll
but
feel away.
I'll still be in the
100%.
Champions League next year.
I'll be Champions League, I'll be happy, but I'll definitely feel away.
And I'll be like, make sure and get some players in the summer.
Yeah.
Understand, this year is a great opportunity for us to basically say, we got a Premier.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then we'll have a little breather
Yeah.
for the next 5 or
Yeah. No, Arsenal, listen, we got 19 games, man. One game at a time, boys.
One game at a time.
One game
Do you
at a time,
understand?
man.
One game at a time.
time.
And when it is we played City twice.
Yeah.
Brother, it's like,
No.
what we do there?
Those City games are
All
gonna
steam
be
ahead.
title deciders. And the first one's coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah? That's the first test. We got Everton on Sunday. They got who's the new manager again?
Deitch.
Sean Dice, right?
Yeah, Sean Deitch.
So they're gonna have the new manager bounce. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything, and we still win. Then I think we got Brentford. Then it's City.
Every single game is gonna be
Big one.
yeah. Every single game.
It's a big one.
Each game we win represents a nice little cushion for when we go to City.
Do you know when it's gonna get tense? Last 10 games.
Last 10 games.
That's when it's gonna be squeaky bum time. Like we have to.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm excited.
Listen, but you think you know what it is? I'm trying not to get my hopes up because Yusuf, remember what you wanted. You just wanted Champions League.
But
Don't-
this is why you can't get your hopes up.
I know,
because
I
you
know.
still.
Yeah, I know,
You
but
to be blessed.
if we don't win the league,
I enjoy the fact that if we don't, like, people can get onto me because, brother,
I don't-
for the longest
I don't
while,
mind, I don't mind.
there's never been a this.
the thing is, people don't want us to
I'm
be happy,
excited again.
but listen, we've been down bad for years. So
years.
why can't we bask in our momentary
And
glory?
there's so much promise for the future because of our system, our culture. We're back.
Yeah.
The juice is back,
Yeah.
man.
The thing is, don't get me wrong. If we don't win the Premier League, I'm not gonna be like heartbroken by it because I never expected it.
Okay.
But because the season's gone so well, now I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe something's cooking here, right?
yeah.
But Champions League was the goal.
Yeah.
We ain't been in it for how long? How long have we been in it for?
And the thing is, Yusuf, when we get into the Champions League, the group stage and whatnot, we're not going in thinking, nah, we're not going to get slapped up. No. Understand? Like it's everything's exciting again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I reckon this. I reckon if Arsenal win the league next season, I reckon we can win the Champions League
100%.
within
Talk that thing.
within
Talk that thing.
within.
Clip it.
I don't mind clip it. Yeah, I reckon we can win Champions League within 3 to 4 years.
I think that Arteta would tell the people, look, Premier League was easy. Let's go for the big.
Yeah, I reckon. I'm not saying we're going to win it next season, season after that, but I reckon in the next 3 to 4 years, I reckon
Be
Arsenal
very
will win Champions League.
competitive. Very competitive.
Let me ask you 2 questions. Yeah. What would you say to you? Remember when Brighton won the thingy?
What, the league?
Yeah.
No, that was Leicester.
So not
Yeah.
Brighton. Leicester.
This is
Yeah.
how Latto beat you the football.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who say this league, this season is kind of like that, where all the best teams are not playing particularly amazing, and this is the time for Arsenal to take it?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If Chelsea and Liverpool,
We should have won that season, by the way.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah. If Chelsea and Liverpool were doing Chelsea and Liverpool this season, then obviously it will be a different story entirely. We don't know. We might not be top, but this is the game. You got to take advantage, innit?
We have to beat whoever.
You got to take
in front of
advantage.
us.
Yeah.
Understand? We would still put up. Well, in fact, if Liverpool was Liverpool, they would be playing better than City have been playing.
Yeah.
But we've seen Liverpool tail end of last year, and they lost Mane last year, right?
Yeah. Also, quiet as kept, Liverpool are stinking up the place, even though they got hella attacking power, bruv. Gakpo ain't done nothing since he's come.
Yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
If they get Bellingham in and freshen up that midfield a bit, And then Klopp has a nice
Yeah,
little,
yeah.
I think
Don't get me wrong. Next season's gonna be very different, right?
yeah,
Like I think Chelsea are gonna come all firing.
we'll see.
Liverpool are gonna be better.
Yes, they will.
City, you know, there's a lot of
City will be like, all right,
internal turmoil happening in City, right? So you know,
He's gonna shake it up a bit. Yeah.
Cancelo,
Cancelo.
he left.
Yeah.
He fell out with
Pep.
Pep because he didn't start him against Arsenal.
Yeah.
What's the new guy's name? Is it Elliot or something?
Elliot.
The left back.
I don't know.
Something Lewis, whatever his name is. So to be fair, there was rumblings a few weeks ago that Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, and a couple other ones were unhappy at City. So apparently yesterday, Silva was trying to leave and go to Barcelona, but it never happened. So there's a bit.
Silva is a big deal, you know.
There's something happening at City, and even the way Pep came out the other day, talking about, there's no passion, there's no drive, they're just used to winning. We need to take advantage.
I hear that, but every game now. Last year, I wasn't confident going into certain games.
Yeah.
This year, I am.
You don't know. I'm confident. I'm confident going into almost every single game now.
And next year, I will be, because we'll strengthen even further.
Yeah. And wait until our thing is, if we keep our core players, the
Which we will.
Sakas, the Martinellis,
Yeah.
the Jesus,
Saliba,
Zinchenko,
yeah.
Saliba, all them.
Yeah.
Saliba, once they're in there, remember, these boys are young, you know.
Yes.
21, 20.
I'm telling you.
When they're 25, 26,
Cooking.
if we keep them
Cooking.
and we keep Arteta too,
Yes.
fam, it's
If
scary.
we keep Arteta's not going anywhere. He wants to be a legend there.
No,
man.
I hope Arteta wants to do what Arsene Wenger done, which is to be here for the long haul, win as many trophies as he can, bring Arsenal back to glory days. I hope he's not on the Pep vibe. Where
To
he's
go
gonna-
where?
Barcelona. You don't think Arteta will go Barcelona?
That league
I'm
is
telling
dead.
you. No, I'm telling you. I don't think he's gonna go. I think Arteta's Arsenal through and through. But I don't put it past anyone.
The only way I see him moving
Or
on
Real
to a new
Madrid.
challenge is if he's clocked the Premier League.
Yeah,
and the
no, I don't
Champions
think
League with us.
I don't think he will get to, for example, I don't think he'll go Real before he wins the league at Arsenal or whatever. But I think Barcelona
Is
in
a goal for
particular
him
will hire him.
because of
That's
him.
his pass, isn't it?
That's his first club, I think.
Okay.
And Barcelona haven't shown me that they wouldn't take a chance on someone.
Yeah, but he would want complete control anyway,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't get that at Barcelona.
I don't know how the Barcelona works in terms of like director of football, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure how much involvement Xavi has or doesn't have. But Arteta has a good thing at Arsenal.
He has,
For
he has the best
It's a
thing
great,
at
it's a great
Arsenal.
thing. It seems like him and Edu are like
Yes.
in cahoots. They
Yeah.
work hand in hand together. So he's a part of decisions, and he gets to say. He gets to say.
It's exciting. And I'm still young. I can still enjoy football. for the
Listen,
next
I'm not
20
gonna lie.
years.
I didn't think Arsenal would be in this position again in my lifetime, bruv.
Because losing
I
Arsene
just-
Wenger was
I
an
just
entire
didn't see it,
era.
bruv.
An entire era just gone. You're thinking,
Yeah.
how is this going to be replaced?
And also
bettered.
Arsenal don't like in terms of like the way football evolved, spending money and being aggressive in the market. They don't really do that,
Yeah.
and that's what you got to do.
Yep.
They've done smart business this time around, but they still don't operate in the same vein as a United, Chelsea, City. They don't just
I
slap
don't-
down whatever
I don't
money
think
you
we
ask
need
for.
to do that because look at Brighton
Yeah.
and their recruitment and whatnot.
Yeah, but-
if we had a wavy,
But we don't
scouting-
have that.
But this, you just said that Arsenal need to be as aggressive as these other teams. I don't think we should be
We
doing
don't.
that.
No, we don't
for the
have.
bigger
We
players
don't
though,
have
innit?
to be per se, but it'll be nice. It'll be
would
nice
be.
to be like, you know what? This is how much you want.
Bang.
Take that.
Brother, who was after Modric?
Arsenal.
No, before Arsenal came and said, "Let me get Modric."
What? Who's? I don't know. Who?
But no big team was after
Oh.
Modric. It was us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you continue like that, because I'm telling you, Modric is going to be a wavy individual. What I want for Modric
Yeah.
is for him to play so well that Real Madrid or Barcelona come and say, "Come over here."
We'll take him, yeah.
and they take him and
Yeah.
pay silly money for him.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get out of Chelsea.
Yeah. No, he's a baller. So he's a baller. But yeah, no. Great times ahead, man. Great times ahead. I'm excited, man.
Good,
I'm excited to see what happens, man.
good.
Bring on May.
This is it.
Bring on May.
All right.
All right, let's get into our first headlines.
All right. So the first headline, not too sure if anyone cares about this one, but the King Charles, has reportedly, it
Just.
sounds weird, isn't it? The King, he's reportedly leaned on the Archbishop of Canterbury to ask Prince Harry and obviously his Queen, Meghan, to attend his coronation.
Yeah.
But the new monarch is said to be facing opposition from his eldest son, Prince William, who is reportedly said to be fearful of any opportunity that his estranged sibling could use at the event to stage a stunt. According to the Telegraph, the king said to believe If the Duke and Duchess of Sussex refuse to attend the coronation later this year, it's going to be a greater distraction than their presence would be. Justin Welby officiated Harry and Meghan's wedding in 2018, and according to the newspaper, is very supportive of their plight. The Archbishop is said to regularly speak to the couple by phone. The King is reportedly willing to agree on concessions, which would allow Harry and Meghan to sit in a high-profile seating position inside Westminster Abbey, as well as an assurance that the couple will retain their royal titles. Harry's recent publication of his memoir, Spare, which became the fastest-selling non-fiction book of all time on release, included a series of attacks on his family and the institution of the monarchy. The reports follow that further suggestions from a BBC insider that the King is in discussions to do a landmark interview, including a discussion about his life and his plans as monarch. And the second headline is about Dominic Raab, another update. And basically, at least 3 senior civil servants who worked with Dominic Raab have given evidence to the inquiry into his behaviour. So the BBC has found out that someone by the name of Sir Philip Rycroft, who ran a department for exiting the European Union when Dominic Raab was Brexit secretary, has also given evidence. Another, the BBC understands, is the current permanent secretary at the Ministry of Justice, Antonia Romeo. Obviously, Mr. Raab has come out and denied all the allegations of bullying. But like I said, a third permanent secretary from a department in which Mr. Raab also served has also come out as a witness as well. So as you guys know, Mr. Raab, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister, is facing multiple complaints from civil servants who have worked with him in a range of government departments. And senior lawyer Adam Tolley KC was asked to launch an investigation in November, and these interviews have been taking place in recent weeks. And the last headline is basically about Labour MP who's come out and said that she's been bombarded with rape and death threats after speaking out against the toxic behaviour of Andrew Tate. Yes. So Alex Davies-Jones received abuse over email and directly to her office as soon as she raised the issue at Prime Minister's questions earlier this month. At the time, the Shadow Technology Minister told MPs teachers are now having to develop their own resources to re-educate boys who are being brainwashed online by his deeply toxic messaging. Davies-Jones went on to criticise Rishi Sunak for being too slow to recognise the damage that he's causing. This is what she said. She said, "What has he done? What is his government doing to tackle this misogyny, this incel culture, and the radicalisation of young men in this country? Will he, Rishi Sunak, commit to giving teachers the resources they need to address this problem head on?" But speaking during a Commons debate on neighbourhood policing on Tuesday, the MP said, "I would like to put on record my own thanks to all the local police in my South Wales area who have been an immense support to me in the recent weeks after I spoke out about the horrendous abuse and behaviour of Andrew Tate online. As a result, my own inbox and my office have been bombarded with death threats and rape threats. Davies-Jones fears not all victims will get the same brilliant response time from police as she did." And as you guys know, just in case you don't, Andrew Tate is a former kickboxing world champion who's amassed millions of followers on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok for his allegedly divisive content. But he's now facing allegations of human trafficking and being part of an organised crime gang. Obviously, he denies the allegations. And I guess when we get more info on that, we'll give it to you guys.
All right, thanks for the headlines, bro. Now let's get into what you saying topic of the day.
All right, so today's topic of the day, I feel like not many people talk about this necessarily, right? And the question is, well, the topic is the struggles of becoming and staying fit.
Okay.
Right. So obviously we get a lot of people online and whatnot. I guess it kind of depends on who you're following and whatnot.
Yeah.
Doing all their exercise and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But the question is, and this may seem like a stupid question on the surface, right? But genuinely, do you feel like people actually want to be fit?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do it for the aesthetics.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are people who actually want to be fit. Like they want to have a healthy heart, healthy lungs. So yeah, I do. But it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
It's a mixture of both.
So if like that's the case,
Yeah.
why do you feel as though? Obviously, I don't have the stats here, but it seems like the majority of the population,
Yeah.
especially in the West, are overweight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Why is that? If our desire is to actually be fit.
But that's not everyone's desire.
Okay.
I feel like those people who are overweight, their desire isn't to be fit necessarily.
Okay.
They may have that desire, but their motivation and their discipline doesn't override their desire to be fit. So they will succumb to temptations of food and wanna and, you know, indulging as opposed to keeping fit.
Yeah.
So I feel like if your motivation and your desire to be fit doesn't override your your desire to eat and, you know, feel good, because let's be honest, like we eat for fuel but also eat for pleasure, innit?
Thanks.
It doesn't override that feeling of, you know, that comfort eating, then you're gonna stay where you are. You know what I mean?
So okay, if you were to say one thing,
Yeah.
nutrition versus exercise. If somebody was to focus on one thing and you're like, look, I know you can't do both because of life and whatever it may be.
Yeah.
What's that one thing you would say? Focus on this and you'll be fine.
You know, it's hard because you do need a good balance of both. But because eating is a fundamental part of life, like I'll say eating.
Okay.
Because you can't go a day without eating. Obviously, you can fast and wanna, but eating food is a fundamental part of life. Exercise is, but one can still live without exercise. You just won't be fit.
Yeah.
But one can't live without food.
True.
You know what I mean? So I would say, if I had to pick one, I would say food. If someone asked me, would you rather eat or go gym? I'm eating.
And do you feel like that's the easiest way for people to kind of get into shape? If not necessarily in shape, but kind of curb the overweightness that, you know, most of us struggle with.
You mean those who don't exercise?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't exercise, then the only thing you can do is regulate your diet and your rest.
I mean, more so like, so say somebody comes to you, and they're like, look, I can't do both of these things.
Okay.
I'm going to do one of them.
Yeah.
Like, either train well, right, but
Yeah.
maybe my eating ain't going to be great.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to eat good and I ain't training. What would you say? Look, do this.
I would say, okay, so it's either
Yeah.
eat well
Uh-huh.
and don't train,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or eat badly and do train.
And yeah.
I would say eat well and don't train.
Eat well and don't train.
Yeah. If I had to pick, guys, this is not my recommendations. You have to have a healthy balance of both. I'm just answering, you know, the devil advocate, you know, questions over here.
All right, cool. But what do you think?
What's the question?
Like nutrition versus exercise, yeah. What's more important or what should be more important to the average person?
Probably exercise.
Okay, why you say that then?
Probably nutrition.
I knew the minute you said that, you're going to change your mind. But the thing is, honestly, without knowing it, like, the thing is, we all walk, we all move, our body moves. So even though you're not exerting yourself to a higher degree and it's not intense, you still get some form of exercise in your day-to-day life. You know what I'm trying to say? So I would say if I had to pick one, I would definitely say eat better as opposed to eating badly and going to the gym. Because I'm not gonna lie, you can't out train a bad diet, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
Like you can't out train a bad diet. I'm sorry.
So you got them influencers out there. You act like you can. Right?
Yeah.
And say, oh, you know, I eat these burgers and
Yeah.
you know, 10,000 calorie challenge and things of that nature. Are they just capping, or is it like there's some balance to it though?
Some are capping. Some they have, you know, a fast metabolism.
Okay.
They have good genes, good genetics. They don't put on weight easily, and a lot of them look good on the outside. But ask them to do a 50-meter dash, and they're on the floor. They're dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And like, what would you say is the most effective form of exercise? Because obviously, like nowadays, you can do very different things like combat sports and things of that nature, or going gym, cardio, them things there.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to somebody who's just starting out? Like, the best thing that will benefit them internally.
Well, one, it depends on their goals. So
Okay.
it's not with fitness. It's not a one size fits all thing, innit? So it depends on their goals. But let's just say, and obviously it depends on your goals and depends on your level.
Okay.
So what fitness level are you coming in at? So based on your goals, what level you're coming in at, then I can recommend what is the best form of fitness for you. But let's make it general, right?
Yeah.
I would say HIIT training.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. High intensity intervals. I reckon that's a good way to go.
But you know what's the other one? Not HIIT. Is it steady state?
Yeah, I don't really do that, but yeah.
Okay. I'm hearing that's more effective though, long term for the average person, and how HIIT is more for the athlete.
No, I think average person could do HIIT. Remember, HIIT to me there isn't there isn't one size fits all in it.
Okay.
And you know what it is with exercise and stuff, like just do what works for you, man. I feel like people are so, and I don't knock anyone for it, but people are so obsessed with listening to others.
Yeah.
Trying to find the perfect way to do this and the third. Someone says this is better than this, so I'm gonna try this. And just do what works for you, man. Do what works for you. I don't believe in the whole someone told me that this is the most effective way, so that's for them.
Yeah.
For them. For their lifestyle, for their body type, for their fitness level, for their likes. You do what is good for you.
This might seem like a silly question.
Yeah.
But do you feel like, obviously, as we're all human beings, innit?
Yeah.
But there are some physiological differences between black and white and Asians and things of that nature. Do you feel like there's some exercises that we can benefit from over others because we're black? If that makes sense.
Exercises that we can benefit from over others?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
So, for example, again, this might be a silly example, but typically people say, white guys, for example, may have bigger calves than us.
Yeah.
Right? So, for example, for us, maybe it makes more sense to work on the calves as opposed to a white person. For example,
you mean like, parts of our body where we're naturally disadvantaged?
Yeah, exactly. But obviously that's more specific to, like, say, bodybuilding and stuff like that. But let's just say in terms of just how we feel in certain things. So, for example, black people are more susceptible to blood pressure, diabetes, and things of that nature. What's type of exercises kind of deal with that and should be prioritized to kind of deal with that over the ones about, regular, you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, exercise is not, I don't know if this is the black activist in you coming out, but exercise isn't about race. Exercise isn't about race. And it's not about what exercises are more suited to black and whites. It's just suited to your individual case.
Okay.
Right? So if you're someone white person could suffer from high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do some cardio, work out. So it's not a race thing with exercise. It's a human thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like to relate to black people. That's our priority.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, and obviously this is the case. Everyone will probably admit this, right?
Yeah.
Most people kind of lack the motivation, especially when you got 9 to 5s, you got kids, you got a husband, a wife, you got all types of different responsibilities and whatnot. Yeah. How would you kind of suggest the best way to kind of get over that hurdle, even if it's just a small hurdle?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I personally believe as long as you're doing something today that you wasn't doing yesterday, that's just the way to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Also, was this topic planned for me specifically, or was this? I feel like this was like tailor made. I was like, this is a setup. I'm thinking fitness. What's going on here? We ain't talking about fitness not once since I've been here. Now suddenly fitness. Sorry, ask what's the question again?
What was it? What was it again? Yes. How would you suggest people kind of getting over certain hurdles? Because obviously, to some degree, at different times in our lives, we would suffer from a lack of motivation.
Yeah.
Right. But how?
Have a goal. Have something that you're working towards, whether it be short term, long term, medium term. Just have something at the end of the road that you're walking and aiming towards to keep you motivated. So that's the end goal. Try and find the fun in it, because I feel like a lot of people feel like exercise is a chore, right? They don't necessarily enjoy it, the process, the journey, even the actual workout itself. So find things that you find fun. It don't have to be going to the gym. It could be playing sports. It could be doing boxing. Like just find something you find fun. Find obviously something to motivate you. Maybe train with a friend, a partner, because obviously when you're training with someone else, you can motivate each other, push each other. Have a plan. Maybe sometimes you go into the gym and you don't know what you're doing because you just haven't thought about it. And I feel like if you make a plan and stick to your plan, follow your plan, I feel like that will motivate you. Because I find people who come to the gym with maybe their workout on their phone or written down, they get into a serious mind state. Like, I'm doing this. Like, I'm serious about this. And I feel like having a plan helps as well. Maybe having some type of accountability, maybe online accountability with your friends, family. Like, declare a goal, make it public, and so people can hold you to it.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
can check up you. Oh, how far are you with this? How far are you with that? And I feel like that level of accountability might keep you motivated, might keep you going because you know you've got the answer to somebody. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I think those are a few, but again, it is subjective because people have their own, causes of motivation. But I think those are some nice general ones still.
Okay. So this question to both of you because someone in the chat said something about fitness being a luxury.
Yeah.
And how the working class don't have the time or the resources.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that statement?
I can agree because there are times in my life where I've been too busy to exercise, too busy to exercise to the degree I wanted.
Okay.
And there's been times when I've had a lot of free time to exercise. So I understand how, if your schedule doesn't allow you to exercise, then I understand why you don't. You have a long day at work, you come home, you're exhausted. The last thing in your mind is going to the gym or working out. So it's something that you should try to make time for.
Yeah.
Something that you should make a priority. I feel like most people don't make it a priority though. That's the thing. Because even if you're working long hours, you'll still find time to do the things that you want to do.
This is it.
Whether it be socializing,
Yeah.
going out, having sex, being with your partner, whatever. You'll find time for it because you're making it a priority. If you prioritize working out and make it part of your lifestyle, then you can fill it in. You can fit it in. You may not have to fill it in to a high degree in terms of like frequency, but you can still do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it be a jog outside, whether it be a workout at home, whether it be a quick 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be... Gym is not going to the gym for 2 hours a day. That isn't what gym is.
Yeah, that's true.
A workout can be 30 minutes at home, high intensity. It could be a jog in the mornings before work. It could be something quickly on your break. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn-out thing where I need to allocate this amount of hours in a day to working out. You can just make it a part of your everyday. You know what I'm saying? The same way you bath every day. You know what I mean?
So basically, no excuses.
No excuses, but I have sympathy for people because I'm not saying it's that easy. Because someone might lack the time, lack the motivation, lack the know-how, lack the resources, all of that. Like people can lack all those things. So where do they go?
But like you're kind of saying though, you could do something.
You could do something.
Like for example, I don't know. Obviously, this may seem like a small thing, right?
Yeah.
But getting off the bus 2 stops before your house.
Yeah.
And walking. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really a lack of resources.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, may add a bit of time to your journey.
Yeah, of
but
course,
it's still
But it still hurts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget, some people are lazy as well.
Some
Some people are lazy and some people don't want to work out. They don't give a fuck, just be honest. Some people enjoy it. Some people are happy in... I've had clients before where they might come in a certain weight, right? And they'll tell me their goal is to lose this amount of weight. And just from training them, I see a real lack of like motivation. I see a lack of drive. And I'm like, take a seat. I'm like, you're happy the way you are, innit? Yeah, I am, I can tell. You're just happy. You're happy the way you are. You're comfortable in your skin. Yeah, you want to lose some weight. Yeah, you want to be more fitter. But and the thing is, it's good for them.
Yeah.
I'm happy that some people are content and happy because that's how you should be. I don't feel like you should walk around every day being depressed about your physical state. Always aim to be healthy.
Yeah.
Always aim to be fit.
Yeah.
But if you're happy the way you are, who's gonna knock you for it?
I guess so. Yeah, but sometimes like you feel like there's a lot of things in life that we're happy about, or kind of content with.
Yeah.
That we know is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay, cool. Let's use a man or woman who's overweight.
Cool.
Yeah. Yes, ideally you should be smaller because it's more healthier. Heart, lungs, level of fat, all that, right?
Yep.
But if you're sustaining a decent level of health at your size and you're happy about it, like you're cheerful, you're in good spirits, and you don't let it knock your confidence, and you walk into the room and you don't feel inadequate because you're a certain size. Yeah, I applaud that.
Okay,
I applaud that. I'm not gonna discourage anyone from trying to be healthier. Yeah, but I'm not gonna chastise someone who is overweight and is happy being overweight. If you're happy being overweight and you're not being ignorant about it, and you acknowledge both. Yeah, I know I'm overweight, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Then I'm fine with it. But I feel like you should always strive to be healthier, though. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Do you feel like it goes overboard though, where that same person, for example, who's overweight but confident and stuff, kind of encourages other people to be like, "That's fine, man. Like, look at me." I'm like,
yeah,
you know
no.
what I'm
So
saying?
if you're, let me use the word unhealthy. If you're unhealthy and happy, don't encourage others to be unhealthy and happy too, because that's not everyone's story.
Okay.
And their unhealthiness might lead down to, some type of condition, some type of disease. Just because yours hasn't doesn't mean someone else
Big
can't.
facts.
So don't encourage badness, but still be yourself at the same time. You know what I mean? Don't pretend you're not happy if you are, but don't chastise someone for trying to eat healthy. Say, life's short, man. Have a burger. You know what I mean?
All right. So both of you, in fact, I'll start with you, Brent, yeah? Do you feel as though if somebody willingly just eats badly, right, they can't necessarily care about their health? So if I'm saying to you, man, I'm trying to go gym, I'm trying to be healthy, but every Wednesday and Friday, I get a KFC bucket.
Yeah.
And at work, I'm eating McDonald's for lunch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there not like some real contradictions?
There's a lack of care there.
Okay, so I'm lying effectively. Am I lying, or is it a case of me just maybe I'm misinformed, or because I feel like you can't know that these type of foods are bad for you.
Yeah.
Still eat them and still say out the same mouth that you care about your life.
It's hard because if you look at people who smoke cigarettes, right? Cigarettes come with a warning.
Yeah.
This causes lung cancer. But people still smoke cigarettes. So they know it's harmful for them, but they're addicted to it. So they can't stop, and that cigarette makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So it's like
True.
their care for themselves doesn't override the addiction.
Is food just as addictive?
Yeah, for sure.
Serious?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Sometimes the whole comfort eating.
Yeah, coffee eating is a big thing. Yeah. I feel like sometimes your care doesn't override, that desire to want to smoke that cigarette or eat that that KFC bucket because it feels good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like even for me, like I kind of more so now eat for pleasure again, but for a long time I never ate for pleasure. I ate for fuel. I ate to fuel my body. I reckon maybe, 2015 times, 2016, 17, I ate for fuel. I didn't really care about, comfort eating.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit older, I've kind of veered back into that. I have a nice balance. But I remember a time when I was just fuel-based. Like what's fueling my body the best?
Yeah.
That's what I'm eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So why did you, I guess, try and make more of a balance then?
Because I reached my goals.
Okay.
I reached my goal and I was happy with my body and I just wanted to maintain it and have a more of a balance, because I feel like my balance was off. I was eating too healthy at a certain point. You know what I'm trying to say? And now I've got a decent balance.
Okay, makes sense. I want to bring this to like similar type of thing with my last question, but to parenting. Yeah, do you feel like a parent can be necessarily a good parent, or put good parent aside, care enough about their children's health if they give those children like bad food regularly? Because it kind of ties into the whole.
I think it's irresponsible to feed your children bad food on a regular basis. Like every now and again, it's fine, but to give their child bad food every occasion that's negligence, of course. But then you got to look into the reasons why.
Yeah,
it's cheap. You can't afford to buy better. It's convenient. If the preparation of this food fits in with your lifestyle, the time that you have, maybe the amount of kids you have has a bearing on it too. Even just your mindset, like your background, what maybe you grew up eating.
Yeah,
I think all those things kind of come into play.
But is society kind of forcing us down that road? Because in our time, like obviously none of us grew up in the same house, but we all knew. I can assume that all of us kind of had like traditional food from back home in our house. Yeah. It wasn't, let me go and put on this fatty food all the time. Yeah, not
every
now and again, especially when we got older. Exactly. We had both. But it seemed like nowadays, you're not really getting the both. You know what I'm saying? As much.
I don't know, because I don't see what kids are eating.
Yeah, true.
In my day-to-day life. So I don't know what it's like in people's houses.
Because I don't know, because I feel like in our time, McDonald's and KFC was more so like a treat, right?
Yeah.
And also convenience too. You could
Yeah.
be in some auntie's house, I don't know, for X amount of hours.
Yeah.
On your way home, you need something, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But I don't know, it seems like nowadays, it's almost like a go-to for some people. I think, yes, 100% it does go down to convenience and cost and things of that nature, right? But how does one now say to themselves, I want to do better? Because the kids are suffering.
Yeah, you know what it is? I feel like maybe I'm only talking to us as black people, right? But I feel like certain things growing up felt like a treat.
Yeah.
Like a McDonald's felt like a treat.
Exactly.
Once in a while.
Yep.
KFC or chicken chips or Chinese. It felt like a treat in it.
Exactly.
Now, the things that were treats to us are just regular to kids nowadays, isn't it?
This is it.
And I feel it's just the way the times are, isn't it? The same way we didn't have phones. And when we first got our phones, it was like, rah, phone. Nowadays, phones are just a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Things that we cherished are just normal now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like food has followed suit. Whereas you've got kids in secondary school who might fuck around and go hackathon.
Can you imagine?
You know what I mean? For example, on a hiring scale, where for us, our ceiling was, you know what I mean? I don't know what our ceiling was back in the day. Fucking Pizza Hut or something, buffet.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut buffet. I'm talking about back in the day.
Back in the day.
To be fair, Pizza Hut buffet was. I'm not saying it was like the top of the top, but it was something that you were like, "Well, get Pizza Hut."
That's a treat.
It was a treat, but that speaks to a lot of things. That speaks to like even clothes.
Yeah.
How
That's
know
true.
we used to put designer brands on the pedestal, and we would get them occasionally, wear them sparingly. Now kids are just rocking up in drip head to toe. The stuff that we cherished and we looked upon is like, oh my God, it's like it's so normal now, isn't it?
But then, okay, good example of that. Because I was going to then say to you, do you think it's because our parents were kind of poorer back then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't necessarily always be forking out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a lamb pound yam is cheaper than a Happy Meal.
Yeah,
and,
no, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
And
So-
our parents, I want to say, but there's still poor parents now. I feel like money's just changed. Money's changed. The way the world has changed, and our parents' generation were a bit more like, I feel like they valued different things. Like I feel like our parents didn't value like brand names, and I feel like they were working under a specific budget, of course. I feel like they value different things.
Yeah. But you see, again, just like what you're saying with the kids nowadays, buying like more expensive clothes and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Who's giving them the money for this? It's the parents to some degree,
It's,
right?
yeah,
Mostly.
it's the parents. I feel like kids nowadays, whether it be secondary school, university level, college, right? I feel like the way the world is, people are more self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Maybe. And there's more avenues to make money at a certain age. As opposed to there was when we were growing up, innit? Because when we were growing up, let's be honest, when you're in college or secondary school, when you think about making money, you're just thinking about either getting a job, get money for your parents, saving your pocket money. Some people I remember I had a few friends who had paper rounds and small jobs like that. When you were getting older, people were moving into fraud, but obviously that's whatever. But nowadays, I feel like there's a lot more ways to make money.
Yeah.
And maybe that is contributing to the disposable income that these kids seem to have. And maybe they're still dabbling in a lot of things. Maybe there's a lot of fraud still happening that I'm unaware of. Maybe people are getting funded by their parents. Who knows? But I just feel like there seems to be a lot more money circulating around the younger gen than in our age.
Yeah.
But does that speak to just the times we're in, or does it speak to just them just getting it differently? Like, are they more entrepreneurial? Are they more, have they found different avenues of making money that we didn't necessarily explore? You know what I mean?
So it could be that they're more entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Better hustlers.
Yeah,
maybe.
better
Who
hustlers,
knows?
like more business savvy. And obviously you've got the internet nowadays, you've got YouTube, you've got Insta.
Yes.
And those two things alone, social media has opened up
Yeah.
a whole plethora of different ways of making money that we didn't have. Remember, we couldn't make money on the internet.
Yeah. Not at all.
You know what I mean? Even, for example, if you're a kid at 17, in our day, you want to start up a business, selling whatever, it's hand to hand. It's word to mouth. There's no social media marketing. But nowadays, you can start a business in your bedroom promote on social media, and get sales and customers from all over the place. The internet has helped, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, internet's helped.
But I guess like most things, the internet can kind of, even like, say we bring back to the fitness now.
Yeah.
The internet kind of promotes these unrealistic goals.
Yeah.
Now, how does one say to themselves, you know, this is unrealistic? All right, for example, you know how you got this whole natty or not situation where people's like certain bodybuilders and stuff like, are they natural? Or
Okay,
are they not natural and stuff like this. Yeah. How again with the females as well, with the BBLs.
Yeah.
All of this type of stuff. How does one navigate that particular world, saying to themselves, you know what, I'm just a regular somebody, but I want to be better for myself, for my family.
Yeah.
I want to eat better. I want to train. I want to do certain things. What's a realistic goal? How do I find out what is a realistic goal? Because this person looks amazing here, but I don't know if this person's fake.
Yeah. No, it's hard. It's hard, especially at a certain age, isn't it? When you're a girl or a boy at a certain age and you are easily impressionable and you look to social media for your motivation, it's hard to know what's realistic and what's not. Because you might see a girl who's had a BBL or had surgery and she's presenting herself as natural. I got this all in the gym. And you're thinking, right, she got it all in the gym, yeah? Maybe I can do it too, but no, she had surgery. Or you might see a guy who's super brolic and he's posing as natural, but he's on steroids, he's on all types of, you know, enhancements. So it's hard to know. I guess it's hard because I would say don't look to others for motivation. You know what I mean? Like, you need to, motivation should come from self. One, I'm not saying don't look at people and aspire, but be realistic with it. Maybe do research, and expectations. Don't let expectations become too, you know, out of this world. Yeah, you got to stay realistic. But again, it's hard because, in the same vein, I'm saying, yeah, it's cool to look to others, but if you look to others, how do you know if that other person, I'm looking at, is natural or not? I think it's, you know, certain things in life. Yeah, you just got to go with the flow, and you got to learn on the go in it. I think this is one of the things where you'll come into it and you got to navigate the landmines. You're it's what I'm saying. You're on the landmine field. You got to be careful where you step. You got to jump over a bit. You got to think about that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's how it is. I can't just say go in and just not look at anyone and not try to find motivation for others because you need it. Yeah. But at the same time, just maybe don't take everything at face value. I think that's probably the best thing to say. Like, don't look at someone and just believe whatever they say. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because that's one of the a key phrase that said in the 5% Nation of Islam.
You're trying to recruit me. Every now and again he brings up the nation. You think, you know what, Yus? I think, what did you say to me the other day? I think when I said that I saw God in the same image as man, as in he has a nose. You're like,
that's a powerful one.
You're like, you know what, Yus? That's a teaching of the honourable
yes, it is.
Elijah. Mohammed.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Later this month as well, it's Saviour's Day, Nation of Islam, 26th of February.
Okay. Man's told me the date, you know. I don't care. I'm not attending.
I'll be sending you a link.
Man said,
so you can watch the live stream.
What's that? Was it a live stream? What is it?
So basically, every year, that day is the birthday of Master Farad Muhammad, who came and gave the teachings to Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they celebrate it every year. So yeah.
You've got the suit in it.
Nah.
You got the suit at the bow tie.
I need it.
Have you ever had a bean pie?
I haven't, you know.
You haven't had a bean pie?
You know what the funny thing is, yeah? It's still in the air, but I'm actually trying to plan to actually go to Chicago.
Oh, wait, is that
this month?
Is that the home?
Yeah.
Oh, is
that's
it?
where Mosque Mariam is. So that's where they hold Saviour's Day.
Okay. What's your purpose of this trip? Is going to Chicago? Is it the Nation of Islam like pilgrimage? So it's the same way that Muslims go to Mecca. For you, it's going to Chicago, going to this particular mosque, and
do you know it's I'm not sure if it will be seen as important as obviously the heart. But
I'm saying is that in your eyes
some sort of equivalent?
Is that some sort not equivalent? Is that some sort of like journey of an aspiration? Okay, if I'm a nation, it would be nice to go to Chicago and visit certain places.
Yeah, and to be fair, a big part of it is because the minister typically speaks
Yeah.
And I know he's not going to ever come to the UK, innit?
Why's that?
He's banned.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So, and obviously he's getting old and that. I don't understand, Brent.
Sorry, it was a slip. It's a slip.
Why is he banned?
You're
Why
a
is he banned?
hater.
Why is he banned?
They're hating, man. They're hating on him.
He
why is he
incites violence.
He incites positive black men raising up, being responsible human beings. You know what I'm saying? Being good fathers, being good husbands, being good figures in the community. But obviously, along with that message comes some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, so he hasn't been allowed to come to the country.
Yeah.
And obviously he's like late 80s now. You know what I'm saying? So
Watch this, Yusuf, yeah? Emmanuel,
Yes.
what's today's mathematics?
what's today's date? The first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today's mathematics is knowledge. Yeah. It's that simple.
Oh, but is that what
It's
it is?
more.
It's more?
There's
No,
more.
it's the first. It's the first. If it was a more double digit thingy,
Yeah.
it'd be knowledge. Yeah.
Oh, so-
then I could break it down a bit more.
What's your Nation of Islam name?
I don't have one, man. We'll see what the minister gives me.
Hold on, give me an example of some names, and then me and Brent will make a name for you.
To be fair though, most people's names were just like their first name, so it could be Emmanuel X.
Oh yeah, you add you add like a Sutton.
Yeah, exactly.
You could be Eman X. You could be
Exactly.
Black Power Fist Don Dragon.
That's more so like 5%. Like
Yeah.
their names are more so. You get people with names like Knowledge Born and Supreme God and
Sun Guards.
Yeah, exactly. Sun God Universal. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge Supreme Universe.
Exactly. Yeah, those are legit names, man.
Moon Power.
Yes, even that.
Them
Those type
there.
of names, yeah, man. But like with a nation, typically, if you got your X at the end,
Yeah.
with time, you then get it would just become something Muhammad, for example, typically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, initially, get rid of your slave name, just
Yeah.
becomes X.
Okay. What would be your name, Brent?
I'll go for Q.
Q.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's the end of the LGBTQ.
What's wrong with you, man?
Questioning.
Esther's gonna call up, you know. This guy.
Because it's the end of the LGBT. What's that got to do with anything?
I want to be part of them.
You want to be part of them. I said Nation of Islam, not the LGBT.
You left out.
Yours Cult. What about Cult?
Yeah.
Cult X. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
For those who don't know, that's the start of your surname.
Yeah.
Cult X.
We'll give it
All right. Are we still here? Are we
Oh
moving on?
yeah, let's move. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some more headlines, shall we?
All right. So this next headline, yeah, we kind of touched on this last week, I believe, with the whole Alec Baldwin situation, right? And there's a bit more to the case and why he's being charged with involuntary manslaughter. So it's emerged that he was on the phone during firearms training for the movie,
Okay.
where he fatally shot a cinematographer on set. And that's the reason why he's been charged with involuntary manslaughter. So Santa Fe's district attorney's office accused the actor of many instances of extremely reckless acts. Helena Hutchins, who was the person who died on the set of Rust in New Mexico after Mr. Baldwin allegedly fired a prop gun. The film's armourer has also been charged with involuntary manslaughter. The documents released on Tuesday detailing the charges, first announced on the 19th of January, portray a chaotic set with a reckless approach to gun safety. Mr. Baldwin apparently was distracted talking to family members on his mobile phone during training on how to operate the prop gun. Okay.
Got a caller.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller. What's your name? Where are you from, please? Hello.
Hello.
Eman, I'm very confused. Sorry, I had to call in because
Greet her in your.
wait, you was raised in a church, right?
Wait. You just fired from the hip. Man just pulled up. Caller. Name.
So,
And
I said Christy. Did you not hear me?
no, we didn't hear you. No, obviously I know it's you because I know
I
your
said
voice.
Christy.
Yeah, same.
But I'm saying for the
Okay, yeah,
audience.
I said Christy.
Christy.
Oh, sorry, I said Christy. I thought everyone heard me.
Good morning, Christy.
Good morning. Good morning.
What would you like
Sorry,
to
I had to break up
discuss?
this confusion. I'm so confused.
Yeah, we're gonna let you speak, huh?
I'm so confused by Eman.
Wow, what's up?
No, wait, hold on. you was brought up in the church, correct?
Oh, it's coming
Specifically,
for your nation stuff.
Specifically white garment
That's right.
church. Yes.
Celestial.
So I'm so confused. Where does this Nation of Islam come into play, please?
Do you know what it is? It's because of the teachings, yeah. Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm, Muhammad Ali, Farrakhan, Khalid Muhammad, all these guys, yeah, to me, said more and did more for black people than typically people in the church. And that's where my love comes from, pretty much.
Okay, so do you still believe in Jesus Christ?
Oh, yeah, of course. Again, this is why, if I'm being honest, why I haven't joined the Nation of Islam, like, formally. Because there's some doctrines... Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, you broke out. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was saying this is the reason why I haven't joined, like, the Nation of Islam formally. Because, like, there's some teachings that I don't subscribe to. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of how they go about doing certain things, like the message of doing for self, all of that stuff resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though the church lacks that. So, you know, I kind of combine.
But the thing is that allowed?
Yeah, I hear all that, but you actually want to even go to Chicago and do some pilgrimage. I don't understand. I don't get, like,
do you know
I get their teachings and what they preach, what they stand for in terms of for the black community, which I also have an affinity for. But best believe I'm not going to go and wear a hijab and go to and become anything. Like,
all right.
Me
Calm down on
personally,
hijab talk.
No, but remember.
No, I'm no disrespect.
Joking,
no disrespect.
I'm
not
joking.
no disrespect. But I'm just saying I'm not gonna go as like but I can still adhere to or have an affinity for what their message is.
Yeah.
But to go as far as say I'm actually going to Chicago, that's a totally different thing. I think also being a Christian, you can do both. Like I can have and still like preach, I guess, the whole pro-blackness. But I just don't. I'm just so confused, man, because you proper like this is your thing, and I'm just like, did he come?
Is it not the same thing? All right, watch this. Yeah, would you watch Farrakhan speak online?
Pardon?
Would you watch the minister
Sorry,
speak?
I didn't hear that.
Can you hear me?
I'm not really.
Okay,
I've seen clips and stuff.
Okay.
But I'm not like I don't watch him avidly. No.
Okay, cool. Well, to me, yeah, I don't have to be a Muslim. I don't have to practice the teachings of the Nation of Islam, right? For me to actually appreciate what the minister says. To me, I believe like in my lifetime, there hasn't been anyone more influential than Louis Farrakhan.
Why is the camera on me?
There hasn't been anyone influential.
There hasn't been anyone as influential as Louis Farrakhan to black people in my lifetime. Do you disagree?
Okay. I can't. To be honest, he's not been influential to me per se.
Okay.
Like so
to the black community, especially in America, nobody has spoken up for black people like the minister. It's not even close.
The thing is, I guess because I'm not American, so I can't answer that. Okay. I feel like I would need to be in America. I would need to hear from them to say that, to confirm that. I would need a black American specifically to confirm that. But
okay.
I guess I don't. Again, and I believe what they stand for. 100%, I'm for it because I'm definitely for it. And I believe that definitely, like in terms of like the church, it's definitely been skewed in terms of what they like. In terms of speaking to black people specifically,
the church don't do nothing. They don't do nothing.
Yeah,
for
which
black people.
I guess it becomes a broader conversation in terms of religion, and that well, it kind of I guess brings in the whole keeping black people down and keeping them passive and all that kind of stuff. Because I guess Christianity speaks for love all and everybody, treat your neighbor as yourself, and all that kind of stuff. So that's where all that kind of stuff. I guess that becomes a broader conversation, and how that doesn't help us specifically as black people. So I get that kind of conversation. Yeah. And obviously I get that the Nation of Islam, they promote like literally black pride, all of that. Like, but I feel like I'm just confused the way you just push it. The way you push it, and I'm just like, did I miss something here? And Iman has converted and he's no longer does not, revere Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. That's what I was just confused about.
No, that hasn't changed. It's just more so like he was saying, right? The church to me hasn't done enough for the plight of black people. And I personally, I'm not satisfied being a Christian and that's it. No, I'm black first. I said this before. So my thing is, my teachings and all them type of things have to appeal to black people. And if the church isn't giving me that, it's going to come from somewhere else. That's how God made me. And I think, again, the teachings of Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, even the Black Panthers, Marcus Garvey, people who weren't necessarily like Christian, because Marcus Garvey was a Catholic, right? Their teachings have molded me. And so again, in my lifetime, where we have a Farrakhan, right, who to some people, this may seem blasphemous, but to some people, he's like Malcolm, right? If I have an opportunity to see him speak in person, I'm gonna take it. And that's basically what it is. So it's not me going there trying to be a member of the nation. I could have done that in Brixton, you know what I'm saying? But it's more so me going there and seeing him speak, because he's old, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't see him ever coming to the UK. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Okay. I just needed something. I was like, I'm so confused here. But anyway.
No, 100%, man.
Thank you.
Black Jesus all day, man.
100%.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Thanks,
call,
guys.
Christy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You know what it is, yeah? See, in life, right, there's certain, like, unwritten rules in it, right? So, for example, you can't support two football teams in the same league.
Yeah.
I can fuck around and cheer for Barcelona if I want to, but I support Arsenal. I can't support Arsenal and Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
With religion, you kind of, the unwritten rule is you got to pick one. You can't say, for example, I know a lot of Nigerians who have Muslim and Christian family, and then they practice both religions.
Both, yeah.
I had one of my cousins was like that. His mum was Christian, but my grandfather was Muslim.
Yeah.
So he kind of like done both.
Yeah. That's bare Nigerian shit.
Pandering thing.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even doing it because I believe that it was for self. I think he was just pandering to both parties of the family, really.
Yeah.
So I think that's what people might be confused about with you, because you kind of, I wouldn't say you practice two religions, because I don't see Nation of Islam as a religion per se.
Okay.
Right? So, but I feel like you're a Christian, but you're also very much intrigued.
Yeah. And
you find some type of common ground with the teachings of the nation.
100%.
Yeah.
And funny fact as well, Marcus Garvey, a lot of Marcus Garvey's teachings, again, who was Christian but Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Inspired Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Christians, we can inspire Muslims. Muslims can inspire Christians.
Yeah.
But again, my whole thing is, how do we get black people back to where they were made to be? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the church is failing. It's been this way for centuries. There's been times where the church has been influential in the world, but there's been times where the church has been silent. You know what I'm saying? So to me, in the 20th century, church wasn't doing anything, man. Wasn't doing anything. And black people needed something. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happens that Elijah came along, you know what I'm saying, and gave people that pride they needed. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to rely on the white man for anything. Do it for self. You're more than capable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what resonates with me, and still does.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
If you can, bring back some bean pies, though. I'm intrigued.
All right. Well, let's get back to the headlines.
All right.
So, I'll start again. Right. Alec Baldwin, again, was on the phone during the firearms training for a movie where he fatally shot a cinematographer on set. And that's the reason why he's been charged with involuntary manslaughter. So Santa Fe's district attorney's office accused the actor of many instances of extremely reckless acts. Helena Hutchins died on the set of Rust in New Mexico after Mr. Baldwin allegedly fired a prop gun. The film's armourer has also been charged with involuntary manslaughter. The documents released on Tuesday detail the charges, right, which were first announced on the 19th of January, and they portray a chaotic set with a reckless approach to gun safety. Apparently, Mr. Baldwin was distracted talking to family members on his mobile phone during the training on how to operate the prop gun. And this is was brought forward to the people in a statement written by Robert Schilling, who's a special investigator for the district attorney's office. What he also said was, if Mr. Baldwin had performed mandatory safety checks with the armourer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, and not pointed the gun at Hutchins, the tragedy obviously would not have occurred. He said that this reckless deviation from known standards and practice and protocol directly caused the fatal shooting. Baldwin knew the first rule of gun safety is to never point a gun at someone you don't intend on shooting. The charging document outlines at least a dozen acts of omissions of recklessness leading up to the shooting, including not using a replica firearm for an unscheduled rehearsal, letting the armourer leave the set against protocol, deviating from the practice of only receiving the gun from the armourer, right? Not dealing with safety complaints on set, not performing required safety checks with the armourer who was hired without adequate certification. All of these things, they failed to do, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, the lawyers for Mr. Baldwin and Miss Gutierrez-Reed have said they intend to fight the charges in court. If found guilty, Mr. Baldwin and Miss Gutierrez-Reed could face up to 18 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. So, yeah.
Do we feel like 18 months is a short sentence for this?
That seems very short.
I was thinking, he's going to do that and come out smiling. Not smiling, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I'm assuming it's going to go how things normally go, he won't do the full 18 months. He'll do half the time.
Yeah.
Pay a £5,000 fine, which is nothing to him.
And be back in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about this though. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I'm like for or against him per se, whether or not I feel like this is his fault.
Yeah.
Even after reading this or hearing you read this out, I'm like, whose fault is this? Is this his fault or this is the armourer and the producer and the people in control of the set and the props and stuff?
But I guess like in a normal place of work, say you wasn't paying attention to training.
Yeah.
Or you came into work, signed your name, that you attended the training,
Yeah.
you didn't, right? And you went and drove a forklift into somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get sacked and you're definitely going to get manslaughter, surely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit different though.
Okay.
Because you're in control of this forklift. You went to the forklift, you sat in the seat and you drove it.
Yeah.
That gun was presented to him as a prop gun.
Yeah, but I don't think it came from the armourer. And that's one of the issues. They're saying one of the safety things was that, where is it? Deviating from the practice of only receiving the gun from the armourer. So this is why the armourer's in trouble too, because somebody must have just randomly given the gun.
Okay, so the negligence here was someone, is it been named, the person?
No, we don't know.
So someone gave him the gun that wasn't the armourer.
Or he may have just picked it up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. If he didn't follow the correct protocols and just picked up a gun.
Prop gun, granted, but still.
Picked up a gun, but again, you know what it is? He's picking up this gun under the guise that it's a prop gun.
Yes.
Whether he picked it up or was given to him, innit?
Yeah,
So in his mind, there's no real guns or bullets on this set.
Yeah, 100%.
So no matter what I do, I could put the gun to someone's head and pull the trigger.
Yeah.
It's a fake gun in his mind.
Yeah.
So can I blame, how much of that has been taken into account that his intentions, I know intentions are fleeting here, but his intentions were to shoot a prop gun.
Yeah.
Whoever put that gun down on that table with the live ammunition is responsible. No?
Yeah.
Because
Some level of responsibility.
why is there live rounds in this gun? Like that's the real question here, isn't it? This is a movie set. This isn't the army. Yeah. Why were there live rounds? Unless live rounds were a part of the movie, but just used in a different capacity.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or unless it was even a mistake by the armourer or whoever who loaded the gun to put the bullets in. Like how far does the mistake go?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the origin of the mistake?
But
did you take bullets out of the wrong box, or did you get the wrong delivery of the bullets? Like, why were there real bullets in the gun?
True.
On the movie set.
True, 100%.
You know what I mean? So I think that's, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. All right, so the next headline is basically about the Royal Navy, right? And they have ordered an urgent investigation amid claims that workers on a Trident nuclear-armed submarine fixed broken bolts in the vessel's reactor chamber using glue.
Okay.
Right? So the faulty repairs on the cooling pipes aboard the HMS Vanguard were found after one of the bolts fell off during an inspection. The bolt heads originally came off during over-tightening, right? But rather than replacing the damaged shafts, staff at the defense contractor implemented a quick fix and actually just glued them on, right? So the engineers at the contractor reported it as a procedural glitch after the problem was found, but did not mention the botched nature of the repair. A Navy source told the newspaper, The Sun, that it's a disgrace. You can't cut corners with nuclear. Standards are standards. Nuclear standards are never compromised. The glued bolts held insulation in place on the coolant pipes in the nuclear reactor and were found just as workers were set to fire it up to full power for the first time. And investigators will trawl records of repairs to find out when the botched work occurred and who was ultimately responsible.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'm telling you.
How you repairing a missile with glue? Fucking paper mache. What is this? Arts and crafts? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And the last headline is basically about striking, man. And action by teachers, civil servants, border force staff, and train drivers are to go ahead, with ministers accused of stonewalling. So up to 500,000 workers will go on strike on Wednesday, with thousands of schools shut, rail lines closed down, and significant border disruption, as the union said negotiations on ending strikes were going backwards. Ministers have been accused of hoodwinking the public and freezing any moves towards a settlement with NHS workers and rail unions. Government sources privately conceded that optimism at the beginning of the month about bringing an end to strike action had faded. The coordinated series of strikes involves teachers, civil servants, border force, staff and train drivers, with the government telling people to brace for significant disruption. And thousands of schools in England and Wales will be closed or partly closed when up to 200,000 members of the National Education Union take strike action in pursuit of a fully funded, above inflation pay rise.
Okay.
And that's the end of the headlines.
All right. Thanks for that. Now let's get into the words on the roads.
All right, people. Obviously, I don't look like Esther, but Esther, I hope we do you justice. But I just want to give a bit of information, yeah, because basically, yesterday we reported on Tyre Nicholls, the young man who was killed by these stupid, racist, animalistic, white-grown black cops.
Okay, yeah.
And basically, one of the rumors were that he was sleeping with one of the cops' wives.
I heard that rumor, yeah.
Yeah. And so basically the stepdad has come out and basically said he was not having a relationship with the wife of one of the Memphis police officers involved in a brutal beating, right? He was actually on the news, I believe it was Fox, when they spoke about it. He denied the scandalous accusation. And this is what he said. He said, my son was not messing around with one of the officers' wives. That's just a rumor. And yeah, man, he's tried to dispel it and obviously try to put that to death because obviously people are basically saying, not that they're justifying it, but they're like, the beating was personal. It looked like there was something there.
Yeah.
Like, what did he do to kind of justify this type of thing, innit? And obviously he's like, nah, this is just crazy.
I've missed this story a little bit. My head's been in the clouds. But what was the reason for the stop? Or the initial confrontation?
Apparently it was just a traffic violation.
Okay.
I'm not too sure about the nature of what he did wrong. Maybe it was over speeding or whatever it may be. But yeah, apparently just a traffic violation. They stopped him, got into a situation. I believe they stopped him a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And yeah, it just resulted in 5 of them beating him.
Fucking hell.
Ridiculous. And 2 other white police officers were there as well. They went on film though, but they were apparently tasering him.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't know why I did this, but yeah, tasering him. But yeah,
sick.
horrible.
Sick and deranged, man.
But what makes it even worse, right, is and this was actually told to me by Christy. So big up Christy again. The Memphis police chief, right, tasked with investigating this murder, was fired from a previous job with the Atlanta Police Department over a child porn scandal.
Damn it, man.
So all these people are just caught up in nonsense, basically.
Sick.
Yeah. Her name's Sarah-Lynn C.J. Davis, right? She was kicked out of the Atlanta Police Department in 2008 for her role in the botched investigation of Sergeant Tonya Crane's husband, Terrell Marion Crane, who later turned out to be guilty. Apparently, 2 detectives on the case accused her, the chief, who was a deputy chief at the time, right, of urging them not to dig into the claims against this guy, against Crane, right, after the unit received pictures of him with underage middle school girls. He obviously came out, pled guilty to 1 count of producing child pornography after the FBI took on the case, and then the blame then shifted onto her for trying to turn a blind eye to this. So she knew about the pornography within their situation and let it go. In addition to that, right, she's also part of this special investigative unit, by the name of Scorpion, right? Okay. And this was the unit that was behind Tyre Nichols' killing, right? And apparently, obviously, now they're going to disband it, apparently. But obviously, in the beginning, they were trying not to disband it. And I just want to give a bit more information on this particular unit. So apparently, they're an all-black unit, right? that was built to make arrests stealthily without the extra scrutiny white cops might get.
Okay.
This is what they're there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So apparently beating him was not the rule. Sorry, was the rule and not the exception. This is what they do. And this woman's behind it. The same woman that knew about child pornography. She left, got sacked rather from Atlanta, came over to Memphis, set up Scorpion, and start killing people.
So basically, send black officers out to do the white man's dirty
Thank you
work
very much.
so that it won't be painted as being racist.
Exactly. And sometimes it won't even come out because who will listen to you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the nonsense that's going on. Also, she was involved in when she was part of the Red Dog unit, right?
Yeah.
In Atlanta. Apparently, they were known also for harassing, beating, robbing, and killing black citizens in Atlanta, right? Including the murder and planting of evidence on a 92-year-old woman by the name of Catherine Johnston during a false warrant no-knock raid. That's what they do. They fatally shot her at home.
This is real life fucking training day.
I'm telling you.
Corrupt cops.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Apparently,
Abusing their power.
Yeah. What did they do? They fatally shot her at home during the execution of a search warrant obtained by the defendants based upon false information in 2006, right? After killing her, though, they planted marijuana in her home. That's what they did, yep.
It's quite as kept, maybe not as quite as kept, but police officers get away with a lot of shit
I'm telling you.
that we don't know about, by the way. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
when you're in a position of power, you can do a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And most of it doesn't even come to the public. Like, we don't know about this stuff. Like,
100%.
it's insane, bro.
100%. Just yesterday, we were talking about the police officer who's been dismissed from the Met Police.
Yeah.
He tied up one woman, basically.
Yeah.
Tied her up for I don't know how long, maybe a few hours or whatever. Come back, cut her loose, but obviously he's cut her with the knife as well. It's come out and now he's been dismissed. The week before, Margs was put a bunch of them in Dunnet here. I think 19 of them, innit? All of them white, maybe a few Asians, if I'm not mistaken. This is what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's only now it's just coming to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully, the family gets some form of justice anyway.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about is Latto.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about Latto.
Yeah, she's a rapper.
Yes. And basically, people, I don't know if they were making fun of her for wearing the same pint.
Yeah, the pant. It was I saw this actually, so Esther, you're lucky I saw this. So basically, there's two pictures of her wearing the same leopard print pantai. Pantai? The same pantai.
Yeah.
And then she came out and she felt the need to prove the fact that she has multiple pairs of these knickers. So she opened the door saying, I've got 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair, 5 pair. And apparently she tried to sell them.
Yeah. On eBay.
But they got taken down because you can't sell reused clothes or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, they said, nope, we're putting health and hygiene first.
Yeah.
So Latto got to take them back, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the thing is, people do wear multiple pairs of underwear. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've got a lot of CK, the one with the white band and the black leg thing. I've got bare of those.
Exactly.
If you see me in those, niggas, they ain't my only pair. I know I'm looking over there, but Brent, the camera on me when I'm making jokes, bro. Sorry, fuck, bro. I was making jokes, doing banter, and your camera's on E-Man. What's going on?
Apologies.
Sleeping on the job.
Sorry.
You're sleeping on the job, man.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
My bad.
But yeah, that's the situation with Latto. And the last thing I want to talk about is Jason Derulo, man. He's meant to be performing at Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
But he broke his foot.
That was it?
Yeah, man. But he's come out to say, listen, guys, I'm still be there.
That was it?
I'm going to buy a performance cane.
A performance cane, you know?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that part is true. I don't know where I got that from. Yeah. but apparently, he suffered a nasty injury. He's now walking with the cane though, for real. But he said, look, that's not stopping me. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be performing, man.
You know Jason Derulo, he's a black man that the blacks don't take in. It's insane.
Yeah. I think so. You're right.
I mean, and I think he was on Kick Game actually. They asked him this, and he was like, "Yeah, because of the type of music he makes." Like I feel like Jason Derulo is always. He's not like. He's an R&B. He's a black singer, but he's never grouped with the other R&B artists or the other black artists. He's always by himself on the island.
But is he like a proper like R&B singer?
No, he does pop.
Yeah,
he does pop. And I think because he's like a unicorn. I don't think there's any other black American artist who does pop.
Yeah,
Like, I can't think of
like
anyone.
him,
Like him.
Yeah, that big as well.
Like a black man.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone.
What about the Weeknd though? What's he do now?
Nah, Weekend's not pop. Well, yeah, it's pop music, but it's not like this new is like bubblegum pop.
Okay.
Whereas Weekend just makes good popular music as opposed
yeah.
to making pop music. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. True. That's true. But yeah, man. I think that's it for the word.
Well, that's
on road.
it. All right, that's the word on road. Thank you, Esther, for that. Next, let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So I'm going to be super quick, right? And this is about.
You should have every time, but
I'm gonna try to keep to it. Paperchase. Have you heard of Paperchase before?
no.
I never heard of them either, man. But apparently they're high street stationery brand.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, they've officially entered into administration.
Okay, damn it.
No buyers are interested. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I love that someone's black. No buyers.
Yeah, man. No buyers are interested at the moment, anyway, in acquiring their shops and physical assets and stuff. As a result, all the jobs at the moment, anyway, are likely to be lost. So that's obviously a sad thing, man, especially at a time like this, right? But, however, we've heard some speculation, right, that there may be some interest in the intellectual property and the company name, right? Okay. And this may be from Tesco.
Tesco name Paperchase. Yeah. I think the name Paperchase is a sick name, though.
Yeah, man. So Tesco apparently are in advanced talks to purchase the Paperchase brand.
Sounds like a football deal.
Yeah, innit?
In advanced talks.
Yeah, man. So but again, they're not really interested in the bricks and mortar, the shops, the physical assets and all that type of stuff. But more so like the branding, the IP basically. Yeah. And stuff like this. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But speaking about Tesco, also, apparently the management are looking to shake up certain things, right? Sorry, there's going to be a shake up in the management, I should say. Yeah. And you know the hot counters and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Apparently they're looking to close a significant amount of them, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I succumb in a rush to grabbing meat from them hot counters. They are trash. The most ill-seasoned food you've ever tasted, bro. This is seasoned by white people.
Yes, 100%.
You can tell.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, but it's fucking shit. Like, man, the peri chicken. Like,
innit?
It's like, it's just one peri. Not peri, it's just peri chicken.
Yeah, man. Are you one of those who, like, apparently, allegedly, it's out there, innit? People eat the chicken in the shop, innit?
I told you about that story the other day.
Yeah.
The guy ate the chicken before he ate the chicken, went to the self-checkout, left the packet on the counter, and the woman was like, "Hey, come back." He looked over, he went, and carried on walking. I thought, this nigga's ballsy. He's a boss.
A lot of people do that, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Tesco have announced that a plan to shake up management and close the hot counters and the delis and stuff, man. Yeah. And that's looking to impact approximately 2,100 jobs. Yeah, man. So again, it's not good, man. And they're going to close from the 26th of February.
They should outsource those spaces to small businesses. And let small businesses with catering companies come in and do like a pop-up thing.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
It's a brilliant idea, man.
Yeah. Paperchase, man. Call me.
See, but a link has just appeared in my head.
What's that?
You just mentioned, the delis, how it's not seasoned.
Yeah.
It's not for black people.
Yeah.
Do you believe things happen for a reason?
Go on.
Yes or no?
Wait, I want to know where you're going with this first.
The delis are closing on the 26th of February.
What's that date mean?
Saviour's Day.
Move, man. That is the weakest link I've ever heard in my life.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Black man.
Master Farad Muhammad.
Anyway.
And the last thing I want to talk about is UK inflation, yeah. Apparently, according to analysts, shop prices have yet to reach their peak, man. Damn. Yes. Despite the record highs seen in January, they're saying it could be higher. Prices are now 8% higher than they were last January, up from 7.3% in December and above the 3-month average of 7.5%, according to the British Retail Consortium.
But I feel like we're used to the new prices now.
Yeah.
Like you speak properly. You become acclimatized over time.
Facts.
So now when I go into Tesco's, I'm not like, because I'm used to it now, innit?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we go up even. Every time it goes higher, then you're going to be looking. I mean, but the prices that have been this way for the past few months, I'm used to it now. Even petrol prices, I'm used to it now.
It's a goddamn shame.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, man. Yeah, apparently overall food inflation rose to 13.8% from 13.3% in December, which is the highest inflation rate in the category on record.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, man. But yes, that's it for the People's Journal.
All right, next we're getting into one of two segments. I'm not sure which one's which, but let's go to the rotation.
Let's do it.
All right, welcome to the rotation. I'm going to be quick and quick for real because there hasn't been much happening lately in terms of like new releases, but got a few bits of music tidbits I want to discuss. The first one, I just want to get you guys' thoughts on this, right? So, you guys know who Jafar Jackson is?
No.
Jafar Jackson is the son of Jermaine Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, and he is going to play his uncle, Michael Jackson, in a new biopic.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Is he like same complexion?
As which Michael we talking about? Talking about Michael pre off the wall or Michael bad onwards?
Yeah, bad onwards.
He is the complexion. Hold on, why would you assume that he's a complexion of bad Michael?
I don't know, man, because he's playing his uncle. I don't know. And
yeah, to us, he's playing his uncle at a certain age. And if
Okay.
if he was to play,
okay.
if he was to play bad Michael onwards, I guess they can do makeup.
Makeup,
Innit?
true.
But you know, he's black.
You remember are they called T3? Is it T3?
Is it Free T? Free T.
Free T.
Free T. Yeah, those were Tito's sons.
Oh, were they all Tito's sons?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were like.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna test your blackness, black man. Name me all the Jackson siblings.
Oh, I can't do that, you know.
Try.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Janet.
Yeah.
Jermaine.
Yeah.
Tito.
Yeah. Brent,
Latoya.
camera on E-Man, please. What is going on? I'm not gonna lie, you've been on your phone the whole day. What's happening?
What's going on, man?
I'm leaving just now, so I'm wondering, did he might not forget?
No. Don't
Okay.
worry, but you're gonna give me the thing, innit?
All right.
No, but who you texting? You've been texting this whole episode.
I'll let you know afterwards.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
I'll let you know afterwards.
Y'all broke, man. If we out of here, the check cleared. We out of here. Sorry, go.
Latoya. That's what I can think of, you know. Randy.
Okay,
That's it.
you missed out Rebe Jackson.
Who the hell is Rebe?
Rebe Jackson is the oldest sibling.
Serious?
Yeah, she's the oldest.
Oh, wow.
So you got Rebe, Latoya. This is not an order.
Okay.
Rebe, Latoya, Janet, Michael,
Cool.
Randy, Marlon, Jermaine, Jackie.
Yes.
Did I say Marlon? Yeah. Also, here's a tidbit for you. Marlon was a twin.
Oh, serious?
His twin was called Brandon,
Oh, serious?
but he passed away at birth. Yeah.
Wow. That's bad then, bro.
Yeah. So, Jackson documentary is coming soon. I hope this documentary is in the same vein as the New Edition documentary, and not in the same vein as the one that Flex done. I'm not sure you've seen that one. You know Flex from
Flex Alexander?
101.
Oh, my goodness. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
That one was shit.
Oh, my
That one
god.
was shit. So I'm hoping that this documentary is in the same vein. I'm not sure who's doing it. I'm not sure if it's BET, Paramount, Universal, Lifetime. I'm not sure who's doing this, VH1. But I will let you guys know when I know. I set some homework, but I'm not sure if it's been done. And because no one's here, but everyone's not here. Have you got yours?
I'll wait for everybody.
Yeah. So basically, I've asked everyone to make a list of the 10 albums that they'll listen to if they could only listen to 10 albums for the rest of their life. But as E-Man and Esther and Margs aren't here, we'll do that one another time. What else do I have music-wise? Again, releases-wise, I haven't listened to new music, so I'm just going off like news and stuff. You guys seen the RD conversation? How he said that he basically had to get acceptance from the urban community before he was able to, achieve some level of success in the industry.
As you should.
Do you agree that as a white artist, to flourish within an urban scene, you have to have the acceptance of black people, or can you, as a white artist, flourish as a white artist? Because let's be honest, a lot of the consumers who buy music, who go to concerts, are white. Those who have like buying power. So do you feel like a white artist, say a RD, say a H, they necessarily have to crack the black vote first, or can they bust through with just the white vote?
I think they could do it without with just the white vote. But I do think there is some validation they need from the blacks.
Yeah.
100%. I think just doing a feature with someone like a Giggs or somebody like that is like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's been,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got the thumbs up. So it
Street
definitely
cred, innit?
helps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
But,
it helps the street cred. It helps with get a certain level of respect.
yeah.
But in
100%.
terms of, which all play a part in you
Yeah.
making money and being the artist that you are, in it.
Exactly.
But people are saying that H has never said anything like Adi. Like H is not basically crying the same thing, in it. So he's getting a bit of a backlash for it. But I don't think he said anything wrong. I think he's being honest. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's certain things you just don't say. I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like certain things are understood. They don't have to be said.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where his backlash is coming from. I told you I'll be quick. What else do I have for you guys? That's about it. Nothing new's come out. Lil Yachty had an album that come out. I tried to listen to it because people are saying that this album is sick. This album is his best work. He's pushing the boundaries. And I downloaded it. I pressed play on track 1. I got distracted. Didn't come back to it. So I'm gonna speak about Lil Yachty's album soon. Apart from that, guys, I'm sorry to disappoint you. There isn't much happening right now. So that's it. That's it for the rotation. Now let's get into Wellness Wednesdays.
Let's do it. All right, people. So obviously we haven't had Wellness Wednesday for a while, but I thought, we need to bring it back, man. And hopefully these quotes resonate with the people. So yeah, let me just go straight in. First one. Don't ever make decisions based on fear. Make decisions based on hope and possibility. Make decisions based on what should happen, not what shouldn't. Again.
I feel like singing, boy. Harmonizing. Go on.
Don't ever make decisions based on fear.
Black King, look at you. Over there looking all dark and shit.
Make decisions.
No, the music, you know what I mean? Like, the music doing something to me.
Make decisions based on hope and possibility.
Go off, sir.
Make decisions based on what should happen, not what shouldn't. That's actually by Michelle Obama. The next one is, we will all, at some point, encounter hurdles to gaining access and entry, moving up and conquering self-doubt. But on the other side is the capacity to own opportunity and tell your own story. We will all, at some point, encounter hurdles to gaining access and entry, moving up and conquering self-doubt. But on the other side is the capacity to own opportunity and tell your own story. That's by Stacey Abrams.
Nah, Brent, where's this beat from? This beat is, it's doing something to my soul, bruv.
The next one is by a legendary woman by the name of Angela Davis. And she said, I don't think we have any alternative other than remaining optimistic. Optimism is an absolute necessity, even if it's only optimism of the will and pessimism of the intellect. I don't think we have any alternative other than remaining optimistic. Optimism is an absolute necessity, even if it's only optimism of the will and pessimism of the intellect. And the last one, just be what you are. And I try to be my best self and be what I am, and knowing what I am and be satisfied with that. And if people don't know it, maybe they'll eventually know it. Just be what you are. And I try to be my best self and be what I am, and knowing what I am and be satisfied with that. And if people don't know it, maybe they'll eventually know it. And that's by Coretta Scott King.
Can I request? Can I read some of these out one day, man? Come on, man. Let me get in on this. Let me get in on this, bruv. Like, read it to the beat and ride the tempo. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
You know what? Run it back.
You want to do one,
Run it back. Listen up, guys. This is Wellness Wednesdays. Where's the beat? Let's go. Run it back. Oh, what the? I just want to sing to this. All right, let's go. All right. Don't ever make decisions based on fear. Make decisions based on hope and possibility.
Yeah.
Make decisions based on what should happen, not what shouldn't. Michelle Obams. No, I'm not gonna lie. Can I be a permanent Wellness Wednesday co-host? We could do
Most
back to back.
definitely, 100%.
You do one, I do one. I'll do ad libs.
Yes.
Sing along with that.
That's right.
I don't wanna know. No, play. All right, that was Wellness Wednesdays, guys. Let's get into some more headlines.
All right, people, man. And this is a very sad story here, man. Trigger warning here. And police have come out and said that a 4-year-old girl has died in a dog attack in Milton Keynes. Officers were called by the ambulance service just after 1700 GMT on Tuesday to report that a dog had attacked a child in the back garden of a property in Broadlands in Netherfield. Shortly afterwards, it was confirmed that a child had died at the property. Police have called it a tragic incident. No arrests have been made, and the dog has been humanely destroyed. Superintendent Matt Bullivant of Thames Valley Police said, "I understand how much of an impact this will have on the community and on the wider public, and people can expect to see a large police presence in the area this evening and beyond while our investigation continues. I would like to reassure people that there is no reason to believe there is any danger to the wider public at this time. Anyone with concerns should feel free to approach our officers and ask questions, but I urge people not to speculate about the circumstances, especially on social media platforms." The force said that no one else was hurt in the incident and that the child's family are being supported by officers. And the next headline, again, trigger warning here. And this is about these unruly firefighters, man. Apparently, male firefighters allegedly took explicit pictures and made comments about the type of underwear women were wearing. And these are dead people,
Okay.
by the way. So police have been alerted amid claims that firefighters at Dorset and Wiltshire Fire Service allegedly photographed dead bodies of women at the scene of car accidents. ITV News reported that images were shared on a WhatsApp group in which male firefighters allegedly made degrading comments about the victims. In an interview clip on the ITV News website, a female firefighter at the service said, "There's explicit pictures, there's photos of accidents, sometimes you can even see the dead body in the accident. Retrieving the body of someone dead should tear you apart, not make you want to take photos of it, just to joke about it later, because that's someone's loved one, isn't it? That's someone's relative. I've seen people say comments about the type of underwear the women are wearing in the car crash. It disgusts me that I have to work alongside people like this. People aren't in the job for the right reasons. I think they're just power hungry and they get off on it." The CFO of Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue, Ben Ansell, said in a statement that the police have been alerted as allegations of criminal behaviour are also involved. The service is commissioning an independent investigation into the claims, during which all female staff will have the opportunity to speak to an independent organisation. They've also set up a confidential helpline which staff can ring with any immediate issues as a result of these allegations. And the last headline is definitely a done-out candidate, but obviously Mark's not here. And yeah, let me just get into it. So basically, a 63-year-old woman was awarded $1 million by an Oregon jury after a gas station attendant refused her service because she was black. Yes. And her lawyer basically said that she came out and said she feels vindicated. So Rose Wakefield of Portland sued Jackson's Food Stores after stopping at one of the company's locations in March of 2020 in Beaverton, where she continued to wait for service while an attendant pumped gas for white customers who had arrived after her. And just for obviously general knowledge, right, Oregon and New Jersey are the only two states in which it is illegal in most areas for drivers to pump their own gas. This is the reason why she was waiting.
Okay.
So after complaining and being held by another attendant, she asked the first person why she had to wait and was told, "I don't serve black people." Greg Cafery, representing Miss Wakefield, during the 4-day civil trial last week in Multnomah County, and spoke on Saturday with the New York Times after a jury awarded his client $1 million, including $550,000 in punitive damages. He said that this company deserved to be publicly humiliated, just as they publicly humiliated my client by calling her a liar in court for 4 days when she had been telling the truth. I went to a gas station to get gas and service, and I wasn't served. I was actually humiliated and disrespected. This is what Miss Wakeford is telling KGW, and she said, I was like, what world am I living in? This is not supposed to go down like this. It was terrible confrontation between me and this guy. Corey Jackson, who's the president of Jackson's Food Stores, said in an email to the Times that there was zero tolerance policy against discrimination, and said the company disagreed with the verdict. So yeah, I guess they're still saying that he's lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's it.
All right. Thank you, bro. All right, let's get into the reaction. Reaction, Brent. Reaction. Yeah, obviously we spoke about a lot of this before at the start of the show, so I'm not going to bore you guys. So quick run through the headlines. Yep, Newcastle Carabao Cup final against Man United. Chelsea signed Fernandez at a British record deal of 106 million. Man United signed Sabitzer, as we spoke about earlier. And last but not least, LeBron James is moving closer, to be fair, into beating Kareem's record.
Yeah.
He's 119 points away, I think. Don't quote me on that figure. But he also moved into 4th in assists all time. Mm-hmm. For a player to be number 1 in scoring and number 4 in assists is crazy. And I looked at the numbers this morning. I don't feel like, depends how long he plays, I don't feel like he would, I don't feel like he's going to rise much more in assists.
Okay.
Chris Paul's ahead of him by about, I think the gap is like, it's over 1,000 assists. So I don't feel like he's going to catch Chris Paul. So I feel like LeBron will stay 4th in assists, but he's going to be 1st in scoring. And that's an incredible feat.
It's crazy.
Incredible feat. But yeah, that's it for the sports. Let's get into the outro, shall we? Outro. Oh, okay. First ever outro, guys. Let's see how I can do it. All right. Thank you for an amazing show. Thank you for the host. Thank you to the guests. Guest number 1, you've been brilliant. Guest number 2, you've been even better. E-Man, great job. Brent, wake up! You've been sleeping on the job all day. Guys, did you like the video? Did you like the video? We didn't ask during the show. Did you like the video? Brent, what's the like saying?
The likes are not high, man.
112. This ain't the group. This ain't... Like up the ting, man. Like it up, brother. Straight. Like it up, straight. Boom, 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 boom. Know what I mean? But yeah, thank you. It's been a great show. What else? What's that?
Join the community.
Join the community, man. It's a bit dry in there, though. We need to spice this.
This community was
Spice it
supposed
up.
to be.
Spice it up.
It will be.
Spice it.
Once it is that we start doing our
Looking like tumbleweed in there, bro.
Everything that we will be announcing will be in there.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah, it was made for a purpose.
Alright,
the
cool.
purpose hasn't started yet.
Alright, cool. Yeah, join the community. If you've got suggestions for topic of the day, for Sis What We Do, for Done Out Here, for even whatever, headlines, send them in. Also, if you want to call in, the number is on the screen. I don't have to read it to you.
Yeah.
What else do we say in the outro?
That's pretty much it.
What's that?
Bye.
Oh, also, definitely join the community because there's a topic that I want to introduce here. That's mainly going to be, I guess, the men in here talking in it. But I want to hear from the women. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw the question in there and I want the women to contribute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, please join the community.
Join the ting, man. Join the ting. We'll be out. Peace.
Peace.